What's going on, world? It's your boy Alex Miner, and today we're going to talk about 3 very big reasons that people should stop saying that Micro Four Thirds is dead. So about a month ago, I came out with a video talking about why I still choose to use Micro Four Thirds cameras in 2019 for shooting video. In particular, I use the G95, G85, and G7, and those cameras are fairly old at this point. I think the G85 is 2 years old, G85 is like 2.5 to 3 years old, and the G7 is even older than that. And I got a lot of support for that video, and thank you to anybody who watched it, commented, liked, or subscribed off of that. I really appreciate it. But it seems like there's still a ton of people out here feeding into this misconception or panic or whatever you want to call it, talking about Micro Four Thirds is dead. And I just want to remind you all of 3 pieces of key evidence that invalidates all of that talk. Number 1 is the brand new camera that just came out from Olympus, the EM1X. Now, I have never shot Olympus cameras, and from what I've seen in the reviews, I'm not really a big fan of the EM1X, but it does look like it has some really good video features, some decent autofocus, things like that. Panasonic, you need to take a lesson. But the camera's $3,000, and I'm not sure exactly how well it's gonna sell. People who love Olympus might buy into the system. Definitely there are gonna be some pro-level photographers who buy into that system. I'm not sure how much the prosumer or the hobbyist market is going to get into that, but the new camera's out, it's there, it's got some great features, and it's here. The next piece of evidence is something that we just saw pictures of about a week ago. We got the first real pictures of the Panasonic 10-25 f1.7 zoom lens. Now, if you haven't heard about this lens before, it was announced at Photokina, I think. Panasonic announced this lens. They only had a mock-up. They didn't have an actual production model, but the internet went crazy. I think personally that the whole reason that Panasonic came up with this lens, the 10-25, that specific range with a fast 1.7 aperture, is to try to get everybody to stop using the Sigma 18-35 on their cameras. The Sigma 18-35 is a super popular lens, not just for Micro Four Thirds shooters, but for Canon users, for Nikon users, and now I even think it's available for Sony users natively. And they said at that press conference, their whole philosophy with the 10-25 is to have it be a replacement for multiple prime lenses. So they want you to use it as a replacement for a 10mm, a 12mm, a 17 or 18 millimeter, a 20 millimeter, and 25 millimeter. So it could replace about 5 primes in your kit if you have them. And that's a really good thing because it's a Panasonic Leica lens, so we know it's going to be super sharp. It's going to be a fast aperture, and it should be really, really well built and perfect for video shooters. I know some of the people who I've talked to online who are just more photography people with Micro Four Thirds, they're kind of confused about this lens, but for video shooters, it's going to be a godsend. Now, the third reason that people need to stop saying Micro Four Thirds is dead is 4.3 Rumors just this week released very, very strong rumors and renders of a new Panasonic camera, which they're thinking is going to be the G95. And it should be what I was hoping the G9 would be. The rumor is that it's going to have the same sensor as the G9, and from the renders that we've seen, they've made a couple of changes that I think could be really beneficial. They've got a dedicated ISO and white balance button on the top, similar to the GH5, GH5S. They changed the arrow buttons to a rotary dial like the GH5 and G9. Looks like they've modified the EDF eyepiece. And all in all, it just looks like this could be very promising. Panasonic's supposed to be officially announcing this camera very soon, and it's just one more piece of evidence. The Micro Four Thirds is not dead. Panasonic is not giving up on Micro Four Thirds, and we can expect more developments and more positive improvements for years to come. So please, don't feed into the hysteria. Don't feed the rumor mill. It's looking to be a great time to be a Micro Four Thirds shooter. So that's going to be it for this episode. If you thought the content was entertaining or helpful in any way, please like, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know that y'all are out there. Let me know your thoughts on this new lens that we're getting from Panasonic and the rumors that are going out about this G95. I'm really excited. I think it could be a great camera. No idea about the price point on either of those things right now. I'm guessing that lens is going to be somewhere in the $1,200 to $1,500 range, looking at the prices of their other lenses. And the G95, I'm guessing that is going to be right around $1,000 with a kit lens. But who knows? We'll see. It's your boy Alex Miner. I'm out.